It was Richard Kish's fault for saying that, welcome to the Night Creeps chat room, have a seat, implying that we're going to take forever. And then it was Richard the cat's fault for trying to go in the paint room, and now everything's all messed. I don't even have the button ready.
What a couple of dicks.
There you go. Ooh. Suck it, you fool. I know it's been a month. I don't know have my hand on the
Night
button.
Creeps.
52 fucking episodes and I never have my hand on the button.
It's hard to find it. Oh yeah, this intro.
You're gonna embarrass me in front of the guest, are you? Is this what we're waiting for?
No.
I mean, they have waited a month. The loyal few. The psychos and sycophants. Oh, hi, Dirty Dalish. Hi, Patton's producer with 2 fires. I prefer 2 fires over a choo-choo train and a... I don't know what that is. A fucking shish kebab? Shish kebab. I like the way our guest drinks his beverage. It's very, comforting. Well, I do the pinky up. You did the two-hand warm. I'm drinking some hot cocoa in the snow.
Oh, my fingers are cold.
McCafe. It's been on sale. So I've been buying the pods. I'm not going to buy 12 cups of coffee for $9. That's ridiculous. I mean, I'm newly adopting the Keurig lifestyle, and coming from canned coffee, I just can't pay that much money. It just doesn't work in my brain. The goddamn K-Cups. Ridiculous. This is where it's either going to go real good or just fizzle, mediocre. Oh, this better not be the disco. Oh, thank goodness. We're safe.
I think you played the wrong one.
No. We called that last time. You bitch! I don't know why you made this still. I don't know. What is the logic behind
it? Gets
this?
me pumped up. This is the only night show where we talk about coffee, where we're night owls and we love it. We get excited about it. Although I am.
I'm not a fan of this. No. This room.
Night creeps. This one came for.
That really feels good. The whole first 3 minutes of just good stuff, and then we're apparently Richard Kish says we're a lot like GOG. Always better served live. I don't know what GOG is.
He's our Star Trek guy. It's GOG. That's when you're eating worms. I'd love to have a tequila worm at this point.
Good. Yeah, keep talking. I guess that's how it works. The creepy sounds are more my vibe, and I can't say nothing over this. What am I supposed to say over this? Nothing. Yeah, hit the ball. Go ahead. I mean, this is like the signature part of our program. When we talk, we randomly gibber over nothing.
I'll delete it for next time. But it's nice having a little bit of the past with us today, right? A little bit of what came before.
Oh, shut up.
And will never come again. Because apparently I have erectile dysfunction, everyone. That's...
Yeah, that's right. Can't wait to bring the guest in. of all people.
Lou of all people.
He tricked you.
Yes, he did. He did trick me.
Revealing the one that you started the vibrating cock ring campaign against.
You're right.
Tricked you into admitting you have erectile dysfunction.
No admittance here. No admittance.
So.
Well, but if I was gay, well, yeah, I guess you could be gay with erectile dysfunction. Well, maybe that's how I can fix my dysfunction. You know, right? You put a butt plug in and it makes you harder. Why are we talking about this? I don't
know. The song's over. So any murder going on tonight? Yes, V, we are going to kill it. Oh, thank God it was.
We're crowing all over the place, right?
Can we just bring the guest in? Because at this point, after that song, I don't even feel we deserve our opening time, our groove. Let's just get our groove with him. You see guest backstage. Usually our groove sort of gets during that song. Not the song that you heard, the other one. And then we chatter for a bit until we really get our groove, and then we go to a guest when in the rare times we have one. But I don't think we deserve it. So we're just gonna bring him in, okay?
That's fine.
Okay, I'm not a dictator, so I don't have potatoes on my. All right, Kevin Dumbfuck, is that what we call you?
I mean, that is my Christian name, so.
WDIP. Why do I podcast? You know, I'm shocked we have 52 episodes in. We haven't had you here because that's kind of the question we've been asking for the last year. Why do any of us? Why do we, Luke and I? Why do you? Why does the Dabbleverse do what they do?
Yeah,
no answers yet.
Why do you look like a horror movie?
A glorb?
Horror movie. Why? What's all the static and craziness?
Oh, well, I am a very important time traveler, and I'm always off on missions, and this is how I contact with the Walter J. Flanagan, Dr. Walter J. Flanagan Time Television. So I'm communicating from an undisclosed time and place.
I'll take it.
Also,
I'll take it.
I need a good shave, so.
There you go.
Yeah, we want to cover up so we don't have to look so pretty for this show. Why not? It's about being dark.
On my
and that's what we are.
This is not about being dark. I mean,
yeah, I'm pretty white.
Pink and purple everywhere. Well, you look a little orangey. I like your background. You look like you're like some murder mansion.
Oh, I built this.
UFOs behind you. Oh, that's real?
Yeah, I built this out of pallet wood, and then I got like a RGB LED strip.
I swear to God, possibly Luke and I have discussed this. I don't know. I know for a fact I had the same exact thoughts. Pallets, not cool like you had it, just pallets with lights behind it. Like I wanted them very straight, you know?
Yeah, well, I saw Patrick Melton's. I was like, I got inspiration by that. I didn't want to steal the idea outright. And I've always been drawing this kind of pattern ever since I was like a kid. Yeah, just kind of like stupid, you know, this like back and forth 90-degree angle pattern. And I just like, I don't know. Just
yours is way better than what I was imagining.
Thank you.
So, why do I podcast? You've quit the Twitter, huh? Apparently.
Yeah, I'm quitting everything.
We're your last ever
I'm taking a night to
interview, huh?
Well, I'm taking a night to really make sure before I nuke everything. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm just not getting what I want out of this, and I don't think people really want to see what I have to offer. So.
What is it that you want to get out of it? I saw that you had just started doing like tech stuff on your show and teaching people like stream elements type things. And is that kind of the thing, or like production type stuff?
I really didn't want to go in that route, but I was like, that's what I'm most, I guess, skilled at. Technology, stuff like that. That's what I do for a living. So I figured that would benefit people, but in the end, just nobody gave a shit, you know? And it's just like, I get it.
Well, there's also,
it's the wrong crowd to like push that to.
Well, there you go. You have to find the right crowd that wants what you're selling. And in a way, we're the same kind of thing. I mean, we started in the compound verse, let's say. And then all of a sudden the Dabbleverse came in. It just popped up, and it was all part of each other too, because they all knew each other. At least the big guys, all the big guys knew each other, and all the fans started to mix. And yeah, it looked like it had a lot of potential for maybe some really great content, to go some cool places, but it just keeps going it's cyclical, and it's a really tight circle too. It's so tight that it's boring.
Tight circle boring. Full of loose buttholes, am I right?
Yeah, it's like a weird paradox.
Indeed.
Yeah, I don't know.
And they all just want to fuck each other over too. Is that what it is?
I don't like either. Well, yeah. I'm sure you heard about the incident in February at DabbleCon,
where you peed on a man.
His luggage, yes.
His
luggage, not on him. Yeah.
Well, on an orange's luggage. Well, he's an orange now.
He isn't really an transition. That's actually pretty good. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Dirty
Dalish. Dirty Dalish really says it right. It was fun for a moment, all this stuff. Now it's not. It's just because everyone's lost their fucking minds.
Oh, but anyway, I took that more personally.
Go on.
I thought she was just saying, like, and now this show is not fun anymore because I started talking.
No.
That's how I took it.
Well, that's how you're going to take things, because that's how it always seems to come from a lot of these people, that, you kind of befriend them, or actually you don't befriend them, you work with them. And I've thought about this. A lot of my closer friends are people that I've done
I'm going to interrupt you. You work with them, but they all think they're friends. Like our boy Damien is a perfect example of that. He worked with Gino and Chrissy and all them, and he was like, these are my friends. And I keep saying, no, buddy, they're not your fucking friends. Because if Gino was his friend, would he fucking just shit all over him just because he's my friend? That's not how friendship works. But I'm sorry, I interrupted you both. Karen,
no, that's a good point. Please. It's a good point.
No, and that's what happens. Because you're talking to someone, you're now friends. Because you were on one or two shows with each other, you are now friends. And that word just gets thrown around everywhere. And it's
feelings get hurt.
What about this? I'll give you one better. What about people, grown adults, starting online relationships with no plans of ever actually meeting in person, but treating it like dating?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Last time I did that, I was 14 years old, and it was AOL days, and it was fun, it was a little thing, But even then, I knew it was like, this isn't real.
See, I didn't even. I was too much of a Mac. I didn't do that back in the AOL days. I actually went to their houses and then got high and never made a move to bang them. But I didn't have any fake relationships. I'll tell you that.
Well, I mean, they were real until I actually saw them in person and was just like, wow.
And it was Earl.
Pictures can really hide a lot.
Oh yeah, like the right angles. And...
Well, an iceberg.
Yes, yeah. Some people don't gain weight in certain ways. Yes, their face looks fine
from this right angle. You're only seeing 10% of and it's just a whole world.
Or even some ladies have that where even their whole top down to almost like below their boobs looks kind of normal, and
that's
then all
poof
in behind. You're like, what the hell?
Everything's below water. 90% of it's below water, hidden.
Yeah. And then you had that trick where you hike it up over the belly button too, so it doesn't look like it's all stretched out, flab down there. I mean, I do that in the mirror all the time to make myself feel good.
Looks good.
I feel like I'm a muscle man on a beach when I do that. I feel like I'm Charles Atlas.
Yeah, remember, was it acceptable to as a man to pull your whole pants up to like your belly button?
Yeah, my grandfather would do that.
It would hide like 4 inches of gut. It was amazing.
And then the fucking moose knuckle, fucking testicle, camel toe thing.
Yeah.
See, I thought that was just an old man fashion choice, but maybe that is. You're just trying to hide that gut. That's the only reason.
Sure. If you go back to like the 50s and 60s, like the videos, like it's like all the strong men like wrestling. Everybody's wearing it around their their belly button just because it hides a gut. I mean, these weren't like jack guys that are today. They're like, big, meaty, just fucking like corn-fed motherfuckers. They weren't really in shape. They were just strong.
So today's TikTok girl took their cue from the 1930s beach muscle guys, huh? I think that's what we're figuring. So they took their fashion cues.
Fashion for sure, yeah. And probably, outlook on sex and their self-worth. But that's that's something else. We don't need to go.
Yeah, women are the worst. You're correct.
They are, right?
Generation,
aren't they?
when the incident happened, the pee incident there. So,
oh man, well, you never let the poor guy live it down.
Well, no, he was going somewhere with it. He was going somewhere with it, and then we. But
that's cool. Ask your questions. It's fine.
No, like you saying that. Yeah, at that point it wasn't fun, obviously, because it just a pile on. Basically.
Yeah, I mean, but it was also a good learning lesson. I did understand like the mob mentality and then how to just kind of, okay, all these people have no real reason to hate me, but they're going after me this hard. Okay, they're not free thinkers. And that was like the biggest thing. It was like a lesson learned. I was very naive when it all happened, too trusting. And it was a good lesson learned.
So basically, you were upset that that people were pissed at you for pissing on the luggage?
Well, I mean, I don't know if upset's the right. It was more a surprise at like the vitriol that they had for me when I did nothing to them. I get clowning on me, but like this was not clowning.
I don't even know the details, but I think it's any story that ends with "and then I pissed on his luggage" is fucking hilarious.
You don't know the details?
No, I don't know. I don't know any of this. Like, but seriously, I think it's hilarious no matter what it is.
Do you want to know?
Sounds like a fun night.
Please.
All right, yeah. So went to DabbleCon. OJ was my producer at the time. He didn't have a job. I paid for a better room with like a pull-out bed that he could crash
Obnoxious
on.
John. Sorry, it just snuck to me. I've met him once or twice on Jake's
and again,
show.
This is something he lies about all the time. He has no idea where the money came from. He always said David Chandler paid for it. David Chandler did not pay. He contributed money, yes, but he didn't pay for everything. I mean, this idiot, I was so good to him, like giving him a percentage of all the money that came in, trying, and that's the whole crux of the reason why B Dabbler hates me, is I was trying to get a percentage from him to give to OJ. I was like, you don't think you give me any money, but OJ's helping us out. He doesn't have a job. Maybe this will motivate him to do better. And B Dabbler took that as me doing an end run to try to get money for myself. That was the whole crux of like why I'm the evil Jew. But anyway, like I paid for the better room. I think I helped him out with the actual ticket for DabbleCon. He paid for his car rental, but I was gonna, pay for most shit. Like I was gonna take him out to lunch or dinner and pay for drinks and all that. So what happened was, I have a bad back. I have really just genetics, and then I was in a motorcycle accident. This is an excuse. I'm just explaining it. I have muscle relaxers prescribed to me. I hadn't used them in 10 years. They were far expired. But I was like, I haven't gone on a flight in a while. Maybe I'll need these. So I took them in the morning. I think it was Saturday morning. Forgot. Started drinking. And then started drinking like I never took the muscle relaxers. Blacked out like I've never blacked out before. And then that's when all of this happened.
Sorry, my mic was off. But then so what happened? So then the next morning you found out that you peed on the guy's luggage.
No, that night, like I was like in a sleepwalking or something. He yelled at me and woke me up, and I realized what happened like that, like right then and there.
So he yelled at you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he like woke me up out of whatever I was doing. Like I almost made it to the bathroom. Like I made it from the bed, like next to the bathroom, like 3 feet over. I would have been inside the bathroom pissing on the toilet. Like I was so close. I was so close.
Missed it by that much.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what happened. And then I thought he was really, really upset about all that. I groveled. I tried to, get him, apologize, get him to accept it. He never did. He would never talk to me. Never talked to me once since then. But then I found out later he talked to someone I know and said he wasn't even mad about the pissing. He used that as a way to like jump over to B Dabbler because B Dabbler said he would never work with OJ as long as OJ was working with me. So this was just like a perfect opportunity for him to, upgrade.
Well, first let's get this comment. Obnoxious John really does get protective of this universe and likes trying to decide some people aren't allowed in the club. There's one person's take on it. The next take, Jared's dog's corpse.
That's funny.
Kevin's being dishonest. There was a falling out because David Chandler super chatted El Horrible $200, not Kevin, and Kevin was like, "Oh, are you gonna split that?" I hear this argument a lot.
Yeah, that's
not with you,
bullshit.
With other people, but
that's complete bullshit. I was only trying to get money for OJ. Stupid B Dabbler even sent me money, and I sent it right back to him immediately. As soon as I got it, sent it right back to him. I don't want your money. I was like, you're turning this into something it's not. I was literally just trying to get money for what I thought at the time was a friend who's a fucking loser, has no job, lives in either his mom or his grandma's basement. I was trying to be nice. But since I'm a Jew, it's a money grab.
Well, everybody seems to want money right now.
Sure.
In a stage where I don't feel many of them deserve it. Like a Bob Levy, Kevin Brennan's, these people who have had a career, gave up their career, and now do this. They deserve it. I feel they earned it.
I don't know if gave up their careers, all right.
Found a new way. I'm just being saucy.
Yeah. You're being very diplomatic.
Yeah, but they deserve it. That they have every right to be here with their cups.
If they can get a crowd that wants to give them money, and
I don't feel we deserve it.
I never said, and no one can quote me saying fucking B Dabbler doesn't have talent. I just said, one, puppets are fucking lame. I don't like puppets. But no, I never said it's just like that whole Melton thing where he goes like, you can't say someone's funny and like promote them, and then as soon as you don't like them, be like, oh, they were never funny, because that just makes you dishonest. Right?
I agree. This man saying you peed on hundreds of dollars of items.
No, I asked him how much to compensate. I would have done it immediately. He never once answered any text after that night. He blocked me after I guess I bugged him too much. I was too much groveling.
And Jared,
I could do. I was like, tell me, I'll buy you new stuff. I'll get it dry, whatever you need. Whatever you need, I will do it. And no. I mean, but you see how he runs away from confrontation. You see when Chad jumped on that stream, OJ ran away. OJ had the issue with Shuli. Shuli tried to confront him. OJ ran away again. OJ does not like confrontation.
See, well, actually, wait, let me just say this real quick. I gotta be honest with you. I've seen none of that. I actually was working on something, Chad and I, and it has drifted because of the moving, like we drifted away from that thing because of the moving pieces of the Dabbleverse, or whatever you want to call it. Everybody, like Chad himself, one day he's at odds with Kevin Brennan.
Yeah, and the shifting alliances.
They're on the fucking show.
How about this? No loyalty and no conviction.
Yes. Yeah. But I want to also say,
and no conviction for a goddamn one of them.
I wanted to also quickly say that before Luke says what he was going to ask you, Jared's being dishonest here. Jared's dog's corpse. He says El Horrible was not anti-Semitic and you're smearing bedabbler. However, Mr. Dumbfuck never said the person was anti-Semitic. He simply, Kevin here, made the assumption that he was just a dumb Jew. That's what
he
did not say bedabbler called him a Jew or something like that. He called him, he referred to himself.
The only reason to think that is you think I'm a greedy fucking Jew.
Are you Jewish?
It's very possible.
I'm the worst kind of Jew, though. I'm not greedy at all. I voluntarily gave OJ a percentage of every fucking dollar that came in. What kind of greedy Jew is that?
Well, and I'm sure even with other people that you've worked with, you've tried to give them the fair shake. But here's the other thing. It's almost like you almost feel like you have to present to them this fairness because they might try to judge you. Is that what you're kind of saying?
I'm always countering that to not be the greedy Jew, not be the stingy Jew. Yeah,
which kind of sucks, though. That.
Of course, but I understand it. I mean, it's reality. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I do, go out of my way to try to not be the stereotypical
or not be viewed like that. And then when you're not doing that and someone views you like that, that's extra frustrating because you're taking steps to not.
How about this? He questioned me. He's like, "Oh, you're trying to get some money for yourself." I said, "No." What's up, Jake? How you doing? I said, "No, I don't want any money from you," which he didn't listen to because he later sent me money. I go, "Dude, I'm just trying to get money from OJ or for OJ." He didn't have any money coming in.
Ooh, he says you fell asleep face first in vagina. Come on. I don't understand where you're coming off as a bad. So you fell asleep face first in vagina, and then you pissed on the dude's fucking luggage. This is a funny story. Where are you not the hero of this story?
It is my worst crime.
This is a story for the ages. Who else is going to have a better Dabbleverse story? I don't. Of a one night thing happening that actually sticks in people's head. No one at all.
Yeah, I mean it's not great.
Oh, plenty do, Luke. You're just being silly now.
Yeah, maybe I'm just not privy because I'm not allowed in certain voice chats anymore. I get thrown out of stuff like a punk rocker.
Now you're being too meta.
Certain people know what I'm talking about, and that's all I'm going to say.
Bring up this Kevin had OJ's PayPal. What do you mean by that? I had his login for his PayPal? I mean, you know how ridiculous that sounds? What, I forced him to give me his password? How would I even go about doing that? Mind control. The Jewish mind control.
Oh, good point. Who said Jewish mind control?
I did.
That's a good point. I mean, Michael Jackson says so. Kanye says so. Anyone who gets behind the curtain says so. I mean,
it's not mind control. It's they make a deal with you, and then you don't want to cover the deal, and then you're like, "What the hell? Oh, these greedy people!" It's like, no, you made a deal.
You made a deal with the devil, aka a Jew, and you gotta honor it.
Deal with those horned people that lay eggs, right?
Right. Well, I never heard the egg part. I know about the horns, but I never heard the egg part.
Oh, Jared's dog says he's talking about you could have sent money to OJ's PayPal.
I asked him multiple times.
Oh.
What can I do to make this right?
Well, if he hasn't said so
with
now,
a monetary value or buy these exact jeans in this size, I would have done that.
Well, it sounds like OJ
dry turd in the pocket.
OJ never contacted me once after days and days and days of trying to make it right. I tried everything to make it right. I would have made it right. He never gave me the opportunity.
Well, like you said, he doesn't.
The question is, what is all of this to a dead dog anyway? Oh. Great question, Zen's producer.
Yeah, sure. That really puts things in perspective, huh?
Well, it's probably because he doesn't like confrontation, so doesn't want to put himself out there. Yeah, exactly. Why would he? That's how he got dead. He put himself out there in the road.
Oh, look at that, Kevin. V says you're sexy. Those Jews use sex as mind control.
I don't know if that's what she or he's saying.
We're not sure if he's a she or he either. We've known him for a while, but we don't know. I'm sorry, Jake, but this is Kevin's time as a guest today, and we would not want to rudely interrupt his final interview ever. Jared's Dog's corpse says you were holding the money ransom to force OJ to talk to you. That way you could do damage control.
Sure.
Wow. So, I mean, it sounds like OJ doesn't really want to contact you that much, but's talking to this dead dog a whole lot about what's going on. It's kind of strange.
Almost like it is OJ.
It's really odd.
Sounds like OJ wanted to be the one who fell face first into the vagina and then peed on your luggage. That's what I think.
Oh, he did tell me that he did, find her attractive. So maybe,
was there any kind of like, you guys would like watch each other wanking or any of that stuff?
No, I don't remember that happening.
Well, you were blacked out. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember. I can't, definitively say because that would be a lie.
Maybe
this is a place for lurkers.
And your wiener was bigger than his wiener, and he's been super jealous since. That's a possibility.
Oof, he's got to have a small one then. If mine's
man, his is even clipped and it's bigger. What the fuck?
Who's Dominic Sin?
I don't even know that's how that would work. A lovely person who's been here all along.
Lurking.
And V is Baphomet, hermaphrodite, apparently.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to tell Jake because, sometimes he doesn't listen to everything what we say real quickly. Jake, suck it in. Drink it in. This is my last one. Ask me whatever questions you want. We're done after this. What did he say? Bring that back up. Hold on.
The exclusive. That one was really kind of dumb. It was just about gossiping.
The situation to El Horrible that night. He was not trying to gossip about it. Okay. I mean, that means nothing.
Well, actually, I was wrong. That wasn't a queer thing. That sounds like a reasonable explanation to something.
Sure.
Well, so he's saying that, he knows the story because he saw it on their show.
Oh, how about
OG was explaining it
because I was there.
Well, there you go. So again, when in the retelling, it's like, maybe OJ thought that he did, like he nodded at you when you said, "Can I send you money?" And he thought that was like the deal. That was him telling you that, yes, go ahead, send me stuff. And
now this guy's claiming you're jealous of KB. Do you know how large her vagina is? It is cavernous. People go cave diving in there. They do paragliding, windsuits, all of it.
Well, I mean, she does have the big fucking tits. So,
now you're sounding like Derek.
About those pictures you mentioned earlier, but the ones that are so misleading. The ones, remember those pictures you were talking? Oh, anyway, carry on.
No, the ones I shared before we started the stream.
No, the pictures you were talking about, people. Yes, those pictures that you shared before the stream.
Way to yes and.
And Luke started getting really crazy and started banging a fucking pot on his head.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of pot, now that's another thing that you're into, right? Like making terp or something like that.
Oh no, I used to have a cannabis company, and I used to also run a THC lab where we made distillate. We did oil refinement. Yeah, we would take crude oil, either like BHO or CO2, and we would turn it into 95 to 98% pure THC distillate.
Damn.
Yeah, I can go over all that shit. I mean, it was literally like, if you think of like Breaking Bad, but for cannabis, that's what it was. It was $1 million drug lab. Just one piece of equipment that we had was $500,000. One piece.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So did you, you worked for it, but do you do it? Do you smoke at all?
So I had a company, but I also was working for other people that ran that lab. But I trained my friend to be my replacement at that lab, and 6 months later, they got raided by the DEA. My friend did a year and change in Fed time. I lost my company and everything, all my money, and my company and everything, just because trying to pivot to. I had a sweetheart deal with these guys, and they were supposed to get the license, and everything was going to be golden. But trying to get that same deal with somebody that I don't have that relationship with, it was basically I just worked to make somebody else rich, and I decided that wasn't worth it to me. So I just, after trying to work with multiple companies and find the right deal to white label and do all that, I was just like, fuck it, not worth it. Yeah, I lost everything.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I Am Hawk wants to see your pussy, cat.
I have a dog.
Dalish is around here somewhere. Right? She's still here.
I kicked my kitty out of the room.
Where is he?
He was causing trouble.
No.
Does he not like you doing shows anymore? It seems like Richard is always causing trouble when you.
He's always is. I wonder what happened to Jared. How come he's not rolling on with his comments? Wink, get it? Maybe. So I got a little tip off from the newsroom. Maybe maybe. Richard, that's right. So anyway. You were saying.
Was I? I thought I was done.
No, you were done. I was hoping.
Okay.
Hoping it was going somewhere.
No,
I was hoping there was more.
So, I mean, but quitting Twitter too. So there's no other spheres in this internet world that you'd want to try to poke into?
Yeah, but I've been going through some personal shit recently to where it's just... It's better for me to just go.
Yeah, it takes up a lot of time. And then...
It's not that. It's the personal thing. It's just better for me to just go.
Well, for me personally, I am kind of new to all this stuff and, having these haters and having people wanting to go after you a little bit. So I've been taking it personally a little bit over the past year and a half, I guess, and I have these moments where I ramp up, cause it is shitty to have that kind of thing where you just want to do what you're doing and you have people around you that just trash you to people they know just because maybe they're a little jealous or maybe they think that you did something to them somehow, so
they're don't like you.
Yeah, I mean, but if these are the same people who will say to people that would complain about content on the shows that they like, oh, well, then just change the channel. Just change the channel if you don't like it, right? I've heard this 1,000 times from all of these people, but they can't be the same way.
No,
it's just a weird, and it's a strange thing that's happening. We've talked about this a bunch where all these people watching other people do terrible at things and making fun of them just to feel good about yourself. And that's pretty much what it is.
It's William Shatner's has been more like never was. It's just a bunch of sycophants sitting around fucking crying about others' achievements or attempts at achievements. And then he says at the end of it, has been, how about still trying? Fuck off, nerds. It's part of the Jewish mind control where they tell you this whole thing. I learned it from playing with a friend of ours, Lou, and his kid and shit. Some of the younger generation's lingo of every time we would work hard at the basketball game we were playing to do a good shot and get it in. The young ones would all call us, you fucking try hard. Oh, you're a try hard. Look at this try hard, yo, and start cackling at us and shit. This is how they train the youth, and try hard is some sort of attack, and I don't like it. I mean
that kind of goes to them just not wanting to try and fail.
Yeah,
try hard. That's part of it. Oh, definitely. You really care about this? Loser.
And they don't want to face the truth that they really don't have anything to try at. And that brings the comment of Dominic Sin. I didn't know you were mumbling. I'm pretty deaf, and I'm hearing you pretty well.
Dominic. I'm trying.
I'm hearing you pretty damn well.
This is my last stream ever. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry that it was us that, I don't know if you want to make
I think he's lucky. This is the best show on the internet.
If I hadn't already confirmed this morning, I would have canceled.
Who banned Dislabeled? You idiots.
Dislabled's
a nice one.
That's not the same Dislabeled.
Oh, it's not? Are you sure?
No. It's not the right one, the real one.
He wants to see something in your armor. Don't want to say what. Yeah, the trolls are rolling in. Get it? They're rolling in. Luke, do you want to tell Kevin about your recent troubles? Would you care to open up to him?
Is this what you DM'd me about recently?
Yep. That's what I DM'd you about.
And you're not going to like my point of view on this, but just let me get it out.
Okay.
You don't want your kids to ever be in that position. Make a rule that they're not allowed in the room when the camera is on.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
It starts with you. I get it. What he did or what they did, super creepy. Can't excuse it. But the responsibility lies upon you that doesn't want that out there. You want to be able to control it. If you let them in the room and the camera's on, whatever the circumstances, just kill the camera, whatever you got to do. That's on you, dude.
I get it. And
if in fact that is what it were, but this is a younger kid.
We're not broadcasting.
Is that not the situation though?
No, it wasn't.
Somebody did a screenshot.
No, it was an accidental walk into the room, and Luke has never said to me that the problem was about the kid. The problem was simply that how creepy it is that the dude's in there recording in a voice chat.
But that's not how Luke presented it when he DM'd everybody. At least that's not how I took it.
Okay. Yeah, I was a little hot at the time.
Yeah, I understand you're emotional and all, but you kind of put the responsibility on him. Like, how could that even happen? Like, dude, you should make sure that never happens.
Well, if he did that, I agree with
them using that.
Well, no, it's the fact that I go into a room and now he has to record what I'm doing and try to find something
terrible. And I'm glad people told me about that. He records VCs all the time because I've seen him sitting there and not saying anything in a VC for hours, and people are like, "Yeah, he's recording."
Listen, for me, I think
it's weird.
I've been telling Luke I don't think that his reaction to it was exactly my reaction, but it was middle of the night and the kid popped in. That I don't think is a part of the issue at all. That would happen. It's what this one's saying here, Dalish.
But you understand
the recording, but then the sharing.
No, I do understand that.
The sharing. You're forgetting about the sharing of the pictures.
Yeah, I'm not excusing
the group, like the BYB group, and then
they should have never had the opportunity to take the picture. Is my point.
Yes,
that's all I'm saying.
And the other thing,
you're not allowed in this fucking room when this piece of tape is on. Whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But
when like a 4-year-old wakes up in the middle of the night, I mean,
or when there's when they think it's an emergency,
make them knock, and then you turn the camera off and you open the door.
But what's hilarious?
I don't know why you're on camera in a voice chat anyway. That's the thing. Why do you even want to be looked at? I would never be on camera.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, I mean, I was just. I think I was actually. That was just dumb. But
who are you hitting on?
I get it. It's mostly my fault, I guess, but not the sharing, not the creeping, not the. It was also an escalation.
Face while you're saying your words to him, you want him to know how serious you are.
There was also an escalation to that too, where they're doing something to us, we're doing something to them, and then it gets to that point, and that's the point where I'm like, dude, I wanted to destroy him, and. I just have to let go of it, and I just have to say, fuck it, because really, he's just a lonely piece of shit who has to try to cling on to any sort of drama that he can because he has no real talent, and it's kind of sad, Like, I've been kind of thinking, I'm like, man, if I want to feel motivated, I just have to think, I can actually stand up. So, it's kind of a nice thing to have that image that I can just refer to all the time. Thanks. Thank you. Fucking quad bother.
Excuse me. I turned on the mic to say something and then choked to death. Excuse me. I'm going to just keep choking to death here. Are you talking about me? Says Jake Hudson. Yes, we're talking about the shirtless
why did
pictures.
You send those pictures of the kids around, Jake? That was just not cool.
Look, if you ever have children, because someone said non-parent, you don't have children's.
No, but I mean, like,
at that age, in the middle of the night,
did I say anything that was completely bananas to a parent?
All right, but
it's just the when something does happen, sure, the feeling.
Listen,
and then
your kids.
Can I finish my question here, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you're, say, in your living room on a telephone and you're talking to some people on the telephone, and suddenly someone comes in and screams, "Hey, this and this," and some private information. Like an idiot. It's something that just happens. It's a freak event, an uncontrollable event where somebody doesn't know you're on the telephone. It's that simple. But that doesn't take anything away from the person. Everything that happened before the kid got there, he was recording. Everything after. It's the fact that he sits there in his chair, recording, and then share. That's the only thing to me, I think, that matters about this at all, really. I think Luke's stupid for being there, period. And he should have assumed everything's recorded. We dealt with these guys before they were BYB. Oh, this is definitely the real Jake Hudson. And we know for a fact that they record behind the scenes. So it's like,
yeah.
That's your fault. That's your fault.
You want to hang out with them.
Kevin's right.
Watch out.
The fact that your kid walking in is your fault because you didn't lock the door. You know the shitty, stupid situation you're in. Sure, but again, to me, it's an irrelevant fault. It's an irrelevant. How the kid got there.
I think it's fairly relevant. I'm not saying it excuses any of their behavior, but it is relevant to the situation.
But then what I think's hilarious is like the next time I go into a voice chat, I'm in there for literally 60 seconds, maybe a minute and a half, maybe. And I decided to mute Derek's mic because I just didn't want to hear what he said. So he probably said something to me, and someone else is like, "Hey, your mic's muted." And I'm like, "No, it's not. I just can't hear Derek." "Oh, you're lurking? What are you coming in here lurking?" I'm like, "I've literally been in here like a little over a minute. I didn't realize I had to run in here and announce myself. Hey, I'm not your monkey. I'm not just going to dance for you every time I'm around, okay? I like to, save it. But these people go in these voice chats and that's their show. That's literally their like stage where they're jumping around for their friends and saying whatever the hell they want without anyone, no prying eyes, no prying ears.
You were a little child too. I mean, that's all they are. Some of them, that's the thing. You got a lot of 18-year-old, 16-year-old kids, 25-year-olds, 45-year-old Derek's. That's another reason why you're not going to catch me in one of those voice chats, and you should have never gone there, fucking Luke. I mean, it's not people like 45-year-old men and 23-year-old boys should not be hanging out together. It's period. That's it. A 20-year gap. Find fucking friends your own age. Why you every day like living and breathing the gospel of a gaggle of like 20-somethings and you're 45? That's terrible.
I didn't even think of it that way. Wow. Yeah.
Well, where I work, there's a man with a Monster Energy tattoo on his neck, and he quit, but he reminded me of it every day while he was there because he buddied up with a 23-year-old boy, and the two of them, this guy's like 45, the two of them would go to every break and lunch together, exact time, and just be up each other's ass all day. And it was this guy who was following this kid around like this, and it bothered me. The monster tattoo on his neck, it really bothered me.
Yeah, that's terrible.
What kind of a man puts a Monster Energy drink tattoo on their neck?
Someone who's trying to be cool or wants a sponsorship for some, maybe
he's a motocrosser. There's a lot of those fucking, because it takes a certain kind of dullard to do that. It really does.
Oh, like someone
fucking break your body. They put their fucking 5-year-old children out here on dirt bikes and shit. I see the father it was one of my neighbors last year. The father is wearing a pink body brace. His entire body is broken from motorbiking, and he's got his 5-year-old. Here's your brand new fucking motorbike, kid. Go kill yourself.
Is that why Ski Mask's head is so misshapen and weird? They put him on a motocross bike.
Mom had a square cunt.
It's like Play-Doh. It had to boom, come out of there. Oh, dang.
Because his dad was Mr. Potato Head.
Now, did you mix with those guys too? Ski Mask and all that? Yeah.
Yeah, you've been producer for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, when the show looked really good. That's right. I do remember. Because they don't do anything. He didn't
like not handling the chat, like bringing up the chats himself. So he went back to StreamYard and...
Bejeweled is quad Dirty Dalish, and we got some breaking news. Bejeweled Fingernail says Jake and Dalish had sex.
No, come on now.
It was heard on No Filter. Well, now this is a startling. Oh my God! Speaking of a Monster Energy drink.
Yeah, someone defending that. That's hilarious. He's like, come on, guys, it's not so lame.
Look, man, put it on your thing. That's fine.
I got it tattooed on the side of my neck.
That's different. God. Boy, oh boy, I hope you're not the man for my work. I mean, that'd be why you've been giving me the stink eye all this time, huh?
Yeah, you've been giving us the stink eye for... No, this was back in the day. I get it. We're such terrible people that we have to be... Everyone has to be warned about us. Watch out. Don't come around us. And we were just talking about this on another show yesterday, or was it yesterday, the other day, whatever, where it's quite hilarious how these people will beg for your attention when they first come around. And you joke around with them and you say terrible things, because that's what we all do. That's our sense of humor in a fashion. Time goes by, maybe a couple of weird interactions happen. You say the same exact thing to that person months later, and now all of a sudden you're attacking them. Why are you going after me, dude? Why?
Well, have you heard, was it familiarity breeds contempt?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
I'm dealing with that currently, so...
Yeah, your family. You're kind of your worst self with your family sometimes because you can be. You're more comfortable with them. So yeah.
Also, you tell them the most. They got the most dirt built up on you.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. Oof. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's so tricky, man. And like you said, getting involved with really any sort of creative thing that takes your time away can rock the boat, as they say. And
not to rock the boat, but I just want to say I'd like to be a whore who shows my butthole on a camera. It's some good money, I hear.
For just a little bit of degradation.
Really, though? I mean, I understand there's people that can do it, compartmentalize, and be okay with it, but like at the end of the day,
in some ways it depends on what your end goals are, because if your end goal is to be in the public eye, you're going to get a lot of scrutiny. So if you're cool with just doing what your job and then sticking to, who you know and kind of keeping low key otherwise, it'll probably be all right. But some people want other aspirations and they start off in OnlyFans or doing something like that, and they just destroy. I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be this. You're known as
want to be an actor. Now. That's how he wound up in that bisexual porn.
Yeah. It was simulated.
Well, what do you think about like sending women unsolicited dick pics? I think it should be illegal, and it's not. And then I'm like, how come I haven't been doing that the last 20 years? No, he's been doing that a lot lately.
that's a cultural shift that we were not a part of. We're a little too old to be a part of that. If you're
either way,
if you're
it's creepy.
I don't think that's true. There's people our ages are showing their dicks all over the place.
Well, that's true. I guess if you're high on the creep meter, you'll start doing it when you're older.
Listen, are these women not putting out unsolicited, wide open cunt hole and butthole?
Not these women that I'm talking about. No.
On Twitter, though, like there's
no. I'm talking about the ones that get sent this. No.
Yeah, like civilians, people who aren't trying to do anything like that.
If they're OnlyFans whores and they're doing all that, yeah, they're gonna expect that. But I'm talking about just regular women.
No, I know who you mean as the target of the dick pics, but I'm saying, what about the women who are creating Twitter accounts that just show their stuff, public Twitter accounts, and then let's say you're following somebody and they like a spread open pussy hole, you're seeing their pussy holes. So are these women not putting unsolicited? I mean, they know how Twitter works. I'm just saying, maybe there's some sort of gray area there. I don't know why it's not illegal though. I would have sworn it was, and then hearing all these people complain about it, I Googled it. Is it illegal? No, it's not.
Probably because it's a private device. Yeah, it's weird because depending on which service you used, what kind of messenger did you use to send it? Would Facebook get mad at you? Can you complain to Facebook and then you get kicked off of that? If you get someone's phone number and you're just sending it through the message, I mean, do you get in trouble through that? Yeah, that's such a gray area right now. It'll definitely be probably worked out in the next decade or so, but
and speaking of gray areas and what everyone's saying, the terrible things they're saying to Durley Dalish, you should just give people advice out there. I'm sure everybody wants to know how to put money on OnlyFans without putting their name and credit cards and without, their significant others finding out. So you go ahead and just put that in the chat for everybody out there, because I'm sure that is educational. I'm not interested in doing any of this.
Jim, I told you that I knew
on these programs, but it looks like I'm stuck in a big old yawn, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, nobody take that screenshot.
No, come on, guys. Don't
put anything in there.
Do not put a cock in my mouth.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, he streams that at least once a week.
There you go. You're good.
There you go. Damn internet.
They're
attacking us. That's what it is. It's right.
Yeah, they're DDoSing us.
My goodness, because that's something that some people like to throw out all the time. When, oh, if you're doxing me, I'm gonna get your IP. Watch out. Okay, sure.
I think this sums up what I was saying a little more. Look, I've been up all day and I'm very, very high. You only have to be 13 to make a Twitter, but porn is allowed in the streams. So I think maybe that's why unsolicited dick pics are legal. And I think it's a way to degrade our freedoms, because it makes all of this. It has to be considered like a public space or something. I don't know, like your DMs.
Yeah, I think it should be harassment. Unsolicited dick pics should just be harassment.
If anyone can send you a DM, but then again, you can change your privacy yourself, and maybe that's why.
They could send you a physical piece of mail, and I'm sure if they sent you that would be harassment.
Like actual pictures?
Their dick? Yeah, that might just be harassment right there. I'm just guessing, but I'm just saying, like, the fuck, dude? I'm so, like, disappointed about, like, how all these creeps make men look. It's just, man. We're not all like that. Like, fuck off.
Well, and like they say, you hear more stories about the bad than the good. Usually, that's the salacious.
But you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have
the facts of life.
Facts of life.
So I mean, I gotta tell you, trolls, if you ever want to get Luke and I and ruin us, keep doing this and filling up the chat, because I can't keep up for nothing. Like, I don't know what to put up. It's all naughty stuff. And now I'm not even going to engage the people I normally would. So, like, you guys really will get us bad if you just come in here and fill up our chat and do all that stuff, you're really going to get us. So,
it's really terrible because
lesson learned.
I really do take every bad comment to heart. So I don't show it, but it gets me when I turn this off. I cry. So you know.
Let me say this, because I put up a bunch of these Dominic Sin comments just because I put up comments and he's saying F pedos, and that's a fine comment. But I want to be clear. I don't think this, because we're talking about what happened with Derek and a kid. I don't think anything involved was pedo-ish.
No, it was just,
in my opinion, I don't think there's anything like that involved.
Uncouth. Is how
just
I would describe
creepy ass situation.
Just didn't need to happen. It was just unnecessary. But yeah, no, it's not. I wouldn't take it pedo vibes. That's a little far. He could have taken that with some comments, but I don't. From what I heard, he didn't go there.
Well, how do we know that's the only one too? That's the other thing. How many? What
we know, right? We can't just hypothesize. Well,
They could have got him when he was doing the Silence of the Lambs tucking thing.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Were you around for that when their channel got shut down because someone was tucking the BYB?
Oh, because that was Ski Mask. Right? Oh, no. Was Ski Mask his dick? But who talked? Was that Mr. A?
Yes. Probably that's what I heard anyway. I didn't see it, so I can't, I don't have the knowledge, but yeah, and then they want to blame other people for, hey, is there strikes and stuff? You guys did all these fake things.
Well, they must have been offended.
Especially with Mr. A. I mean, he's already on the line. It's like everything he says, you're like, just want to kick him in the teeth anyway. But
my favorite part is that Granny would like walk him every episode.
Well, that is kind of good.
Fucking hilarious, dude.
I mean, Granny can be just as offensive in certain ways, but
he's entertaining. Where Mr. A, I don't find entertaining.
Oh, and he's not. And look, I haven't looked enough at Granny. He's too oily for me and shiny. But I definitely don't see Mr. A levels of red flags. Mr. A is a psychopath.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like if you want to just talk about like lower class, scourge of the earth. Okay, maybe they're comparable on that level, but like, come on.
Oh, but yeah.
I'm kidding. It's my last thing ever, guys. Just insult me. Come on, bring it. Bring it.
Those hits,
you're not going to get another chance.
Swinging hard. Well, then we'll complete the whole. Oh, and then you started doing a show with Granny and Brandon and Owen.
That was a while ago, but now it's
that was a little while.
And Corn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Corn's all right. He's
actually really cool.
Very calming voice. Yes.
Yeah, and I was just like, I didn't hate him, but I was just like, what's the fucking appeal? Why does everybody like him? But I talked to him a couple times. I was like, all right, I get it. He's a cool guy.
I only know Brandon out of those you mentioned. I had no real problems with Brandon.
Brandon's a great guy.
No, Owen.
He doesn't want any of that, bullshit that Derek and the rest of them do. That's not his style.
When Jesus, who was it? Crumbum and them, I believe it were, came around with the nonsense about Brandon was trying to hire hackers to dox us. I never believed it was Brandon. I believed the whole thing was Derek and probably Bradley coming up with their whole little bullshit and pinning it on Brandon. Because like right after we were told that, Brandon bounced from BYB and was never seen again. So, but before he even bounced, I thought that, and then he bounced, and I feel like it confirmed it. I just don't feel like he's the one. I don't feel like that's true.
No, he's not. You're spot on with that.
He bought equipment. He was trying to set his shit up. Either. He was trying to put something on, you know, like he put background, even though it got made fun of on Compound, which was lovely. But you know, well, they stole our bits. We were making fun of the exact things.
We said the same exact thing. First. Yes, that's true.
For weeks we were doing it, and Garrett's known to watch the goddamn show. Fucking. Then they start doing the bits. But at the end of the day, I don't think he was the hacker, and I have no real problem with Brandon besides jokes. All we've done is make jokes about these dork ass fucks, and then they like do real stuff, and we just keep making jokes.
Something I want to address with you from an outsider's perspective, not Brandon specifically, but I'm just saying, like in general. And I'm not choosing sides. Like both sides, you guys suck, BYB suck, everybody sucks in this equation. But it seems like you guys had way more vitriol and anger than they did, just from what I saw. It could have been, you know, the provoking and all that I'm not aware of. But I'm just saying from an outsider's perspective, and this is the reason I think Patrick Melton kind of dropped it when you tried to bring it up with him. He's just like, I don't know. It's just... I think you guys are just too personally invested in this.
Oh, that was the Luke thing. So yeah, I guess you only heard a couple of clips. We do a lot of stuff, so I would have to know the specifics. But I think I know if you're talking about Melton.
Yeah, I mean,
the clips.
And I'm not trying to railroad you here, Luke. I'm trying to just be objective here. I'm just trying to be
no.
And it just like it's like just for another analogy, Citizen M tried to like. Say Sam V was Toucan Sam, but he had no evidence. And then we said he had evidence. It didn't pan out to be anything. It's just like, wait until you have some definitive proof is all I'm saying. It's like you make yourself look less than if you're not patient and you don't just be like, all right, you know, I know this is a fact. Let me gather my evidence, make sure it's concrete, and then I'll bring it to you. It's just, what do you expect, you know, people do? It's just like, I can't get on board with that.
Well, that was a weird thing too, because I don't remember how it actually came up that. Oh, I think just because I was always in the chat talking about Stevie Lou and shitting on him, that he kind of knew that I didn't like him. But
he's an attention whore, so he likes that. Like him and Derek will go into Spurktopia and stir the crowd up, and this is what I've been told. I haven't been in there yet. It's rotten fucking community, but they like the attention.
Yeah.
Negative or positive, they want the attention.
And that's one thing you can kind of tell that they're kind of new to the entertainment world, because it's one thing bringing a certain type of negative attention to yourself, maybe for being offensive with your content or things like that. But when it comes to, you know, pulling weird moves and fucking with people and stabbing people in the back, that gets to people. Like, hey, you know, I may look like I spurg out every once in a while. I get a little too invested in things. But I'm also not going around trying to just fuck with everybody. You know, and there was vitriol because, hey, Stevie Lou was basically saying that because I'm with these guys, he was going to do stuff to my life. He's going to screw with my life. Like, he didn't say, I'm going to screw with you on shows. I'm going to, you know, he's like, you have a regular life and family. I'm going to mess with it. You know, and maybe he's just fucking, he's blowing smoke. He's just trying to get me pissed off, and it worked. But it's like, why go to this level? Why do you always have to get to this particular level? And now that he's had one fight, watch out. He's probably going to try to pivot on that. That's going to be his thing now. And he has been trying to get everyone else to fight, and no one else wants to, because they don't want any of that fucking stink on him. Stinky Lou is not going to become a fighter now. It's not going to happen, dude.
No, I'm with you. I mean, but you can't fault them for trying on that.
But again, so you know, even though I like making things a bit, and I know most stuff is a bit, when it feels like it is that, because like you said, you felt vitriol from us. I've always felt vitriol from them towards me for almost basically nothing the whole time. And then it's like you take that for months and months and months and months.
Not putting these things up, but This is important. Nicholas Strandl says, Luke, your kid looks like a loser just like you. I'd bully him for sure.
Cool.
The rest I won't put up, but that one.
That's fine.
Go on. All right. I mean, you're wearing a stocking on your head. Carry on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You guys were having an intelligent discussion, and I had nothing to offer.
Should I put pink on it and go like this? Oh, merch, man. Yeah, we got the greatest around. How's your piece?
Big piece? Yeah.
King size? King size. I finally bought a king size, and I got to talk about it for 3 months. I'm such a baller. Jesus Christ, dude. Anyway. So, yeah, I can see why you want to get out of this shit. Exactly. You know, it can grind on you. You know, and you may not be taking it personally, but again, it's so much piled on you, and it's like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, but like I said, it's more of the personal angle, dealing with a friend and the mixing of the two worlds. And
you're mixing your real life friends with that.
It kind of just happened. But me having one perspective and they having a different perspective, and just not seeing eye to eye on it, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Trying to be more of in a business and do something fun, and do something you're proud of, than just sit around and...
Not even that. It's literally one person thinks it's all a joke, and you can say whatever you want, and the other person takes it more personally.
I guess so. Kind of sounds like us.
Yeah.
Yes, it sounds like the two of you. I was literally thinking the same thing. It sounds like the peeing story, and it sounds like the kid story. You guys have some things that you've taken personal, and I don't want to sound like Mr. Hoity-toity, but I think that's why I've not been affected by any of this shit. And let me tell you, I've taken a lot of hits. Have you seen what I fucking did for the love of art on my appearances on Compound Media? Okay. And I've taken a lot of hits to bring attention to this shit. I don't care. That's the point of it for me. It's for fun. You know what I mean? Like, not to sound even gayer, I almost look at it like I'm playing with myself, Impractical Jokers. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to make myself feel as a do the stupidest shit you can do, the most embarrassing shit you can do sometimes, just to get the eyeballs.
Yeah, but if that's also all you do, and that's what happens with some of these shows.
You know, with me, I want the eyeballs so I can lead them elsewhere. www.consumerproducts.com.
At the Bind Rocks, check us out. Got any plugs? No, I'm not saying that we're ending, but although we are starting to run a little late.
Check out Goodbye Farewell. That's my current channel name.
That's right. That's right. Shutting it down.
Goodbye, farewell,
you know,
au revoir, and something else.
I am glad that before you ended it all, I don't mean like that YouTube, okay? It's just before you ended your
he doesn't
connection,
mean unalived yourself.
Your connection with all this
way, not this way. This is the correct way.
Down the road, not across the street.
With all this crap just detaching from all of it. So I'm glad we got to talk to you at least once during this time, and you know that there's nothing between us. I mean, I never had any problem with you, so
no. When we were talking, I took their word as gospel and didn't really question it, but now I know differently.
Yeah.
So you live and learn, right?
And see,
what he really said was, like, they mentioned us on a show once. I heard we were watching it live. I think we were stream sniping, and they said, "Oh, these guys." I think Stevie Lou was like, "Oh, they're stream sniping us," and then you're like, "Oh, those guys, yeah, they're jerks," or something like that.
They had already warned me before that. You guys.
You could tell you're referring to it, and then I joked back like, "Oh, well, this guy is a dumb fuck. Now I'm gonna get him," and then that was the end of it.
Like you and I never had we never had any issues. That's why when you went on Jake I think it was last week, I was just like, let me hit him up and just make sure he knows that there's no animosity. And I was dealing with enough bullshit at that time. I was just trying to lower the stress levels in my life. I mean, it didn't work, obviously, because here we are. But that was my attempt at it.
Yeah, but with that fucking fresh ass background, I mean,
for what? Why did I even do this?
Well, yeah, if you're gonna shut it down,
maybe you should just be. You got the nice background. Now start doing your thing. Like, just turn the mic and cam on and start talking. Don't even go live, maybe.
You know what? I saw you doing something like that too. You were nice showing some clips and kind of, being that guy.
Yeah, I did see your show back when we were looking at stuff to troll with Steve, connected. I think Stevie Lou was on there. And I remember seeing your show and thought it was well set up. You had a really cool production setup. I remember thinking I wanted to steal some of your ideas.
Well, feel free.
So, yeah, why waste that skill?
I don't know. I'm just discouraged.
Well, and even we feel you on that.
Even I don't know if there's a market for this, and you were trying to do this, be people's producer. Be people's producer, help them with shows, help it look nice. And, how do you package that? How do you market that? How do you, get people? Because everyone wants a podcast, right? And there are some people who will pay that.
Well, I tried that. I don't know if you know this fucking creep. Zero Dark Tony hit me up, begged me to be his producer. I was like, dude, you got this weird thing going on with like Chrissy Mayer and Frank. I don't want that heat. Oh, come on, it's cool. Begged me to do it. Said I'm gonna, he asked me like, what do you need to start? I was like, $500 to start. Supposedly the millionaire that he is couldn't come up with $500. And then what does he do? Blocks me, trashes me publicly, and like acts like I wanted to be his producer. I mean, it's fucking bananas.
Yeah.
He begged me. He begged. I was like, I don't want to do it, man. You got this whole thing. Come on, man. It's going to be great. I swear I'll lay off of them. Like, and dude, like, this is a guy who's a creep and offers to fly women out from the middle of the country to LA. And I've had women go like this to me. What happens when I get there? Am I sex trafficked?
Is that why he had that? That wasn't a car that hit him. That was somebody trying to run away from him, smashing him in the face with something in the apartment or something.
Where's your hospital discharge slip? Oh, no, I'm going to go to the hospital later today. Bullshit.
Well, it sounds like he's fallen in with the very correct crowd. They all...
it's one of
like attracts like.
He's going after Scientology as like this whole like crazy corrupt thing, which is what it is. The anti-Scientology people don't want anything to do with him because he's such a fucking creep and con artist.
Because he probably comes to them with all sorts of crazy ideas where they're like, this is almost illegal and this looks terrible, but he doesn't have that morality base of like, what do you mean? It's what? It's not. We're not going to get in trouble for it. We're not going to get charged with a crime, so whatever. That's where some people are with all this stuff. Like, well, if I'm not going to go to jail, then it's not illegal. Yes, it's not illegal, but there are certain lines you start crossing, and yeah,
fucking pathological though.
But to go out to say I'm gonna go after Scientology as a nobody, and try to make your bones off of that. It's already been done. Going Clear came out a while ago. We all know about it now. It's not, you're not turning over any rocks that no one else has already done. So, but he is exactly, in a way, Chrissy does kind of the same thing, jumps on whatever the trend is, like the whole Eliza Blue thing that happened. Remember that?
He on that too. He was all over that dude.
Yes.
He did a fucking crazy haphazard, no continuity explanation on my show about that. And I was like, I don't even know what's going on.
Oh, just like a rant and like a crazy kind of.
Of course, I couldn't follow it, but I was just like, okay.
And they see something in the water. There's a little chum in the water. Oh, maybe I can get some of that. Maybe I can get some of that clout that's happening.
That's a clout chaser. Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Like I said, he fell into the right crowd. Bunch of attached to a daddy and suckle off of them for a while until they say to you, hey, you're taking my time, and if you're not gonna like pay me, or this isn't benefiting me, then I need to do my own thing, and then they trash you.
Well, how about this? How about even worse than that? He gets his, I don't have any proof for this, but this is what I hear. He gets his producer to take out a loan of $10,000, which he takes and doesn't pay back.
Oh, no. Allegedly. But seems...
It seems very credible, right? Yeah, no one doubts that. Like, oh, I could see that. Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to make any judgments, but again, if...
It's not out of character.
If he's getting along with certain people really well, I could see it happening. So whatever. Not you, Coyote. Or no, that's not Coyote Whiskers. Isn't he part of that crew too?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He seems cool.
He's brethren. Oh wait, Coyote Japanese? Whiskers? No, that's another creep. Holy shit, Coyote Whiskers? Oh no, it's Coyote's close friend. Coyote Whiskers is a creep though.
This one.
Yes, I think so. But Coyote Whiskers is a guy who will DM a woman, do you want to be my online girlfriend? We're not 14 years old. This isn't AOL.
Well, it almost sounds like someone who's autistic would do. Someone who's stuck in like an arrested... I mean... Arrested development of the mind is a thing. So like we said, these 45, 38-year-olds that are doing this, is it a genetic thing or is it because he drinks too much?
All right, well, what about this? God damn it, where'd it go? A relatively smart person, I mean, I don't know how smart, but lives in somewhere in Europe, 2 continents away, simps for a woman in the United States. No plans to meet each other, but they're in a relationship.
Oh, this is what you were talking about before, kind of. Yeah, well...
I mean, let me interrupt here to interrupt. We had a guy on our early shows, Toby, a friend of BYB producer Rusty, his bestest buddy, and him and KB were in a relationship, so to speak. And by relationship, I mean they talked, they probably shared some nudes. I think they both confirmed that. And he was just in love. He invited her out and she literally was like, I'm washing my hair in Colorado, like states away from you. And he's still in love. It
takes a while. Her.
And then the motherfucker's all like suicidal over it and like saying, I've got Hillary Clinton's emails. I know about Epstein, and he's posting this shit, trying to get unalived. This shit is real. What you're talking about? These people are real, and they're really, really sad.
He was trying death by Clinton.
He was trying death by Clinton.
Hey, that's a new one for me. Never heard that one before.
Oh man! But again. Well, the pandemic kind of did this where everyone's connecting through here, so people with the anxieties of going out and talking to people don't have to do it anymore. So this is what you get. This is what happens when regular society
were around. Since there was cave people doing the same thing. They were like, fucking, I scratched on this wall and then she scratched back. We haven't met yet, but I bet she doesn't have a mustache.
So a dick pic guy is kind of like the same person who would have a mirror on their shoe, right? They'd be going around,
which is legal.
You want to know how scared I am of a dick pic coming out of me? Never taken one.
I don't think I have either, but I've also been married for quite some time. So
yeah, never once even taken one. Like it's.
Oh, sorry, Kevin. Zen's producer reminds me you're also describing Derek and KB.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was going on. He was dead ass in love with her.
Hey, that's not what he says.
No, fuck off. That you watch our old shows with him.
Not what he says.
And let him play some of those after show recordings from when we were all hanging out after shows. That motherfucker he thought he was gonna. He told us his cock worked. The get off my lawn phone call was literally a bit stolen from our show. Again, you don't know how many of these motherfuckers stole from our shows.
Yeah, I remember that call where Gavin told him to, or Gavin told her to run away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you want to be with a guy in a wheelchair? Why? There's plenty of other guys that can't get girlfriends that are tall and muscular, and you get them for this? Ugh.
Muscular. I've been quiet for a while because this, and I wrote this down. Hold on. This has been like therapy, letting Luke get his wiggles out on all the Babbleverse bullshit. And much like this, Kevin, is your last show, quote unquote. This is our last show, quote unquote. On all the Dabbleverse nonsense. Nice. Episode 52. From here, we pick it up because you know what? We fell in. We did what we didn't want to do. This was supposed to be our own content, not drama-centric bullshit. But then we had fun with it. Hold
on. I gotta question that because everything I've heard about you guys is drama-centric.
Because that's just what they show you. Oh, we have so much. You got to look. We do plays and productions and bits and.
I've heard about that. Yep, I heard that. Isn't that one of the reasons why someone is mad at you because you didn't give them a part? Stancil.
Ski Mask is mad at me because I didn't let him play Dorothy for a third time. Dorothy was supposed to be a revolving role.
So he's like, I've been Dorothy twice. I'm Dorothy.
He wanted to stay Dorothy. Yeah, the second time.
That's a weird request.
It is. He wasn't even supposed to come the second time. And then he threatened me. And every one of these beefs starts somewhere silly. And that's what I was just saying is we roll with the drama. And then we put up this dumb shit. I'm trying to find these overlays. Where are they? Like we fell into it with this. Like, look, hunt and grind. Hunting and Grindle. The night creeps. Because we're going to hunt them and grind them. Gil's Jim and Diab Luke. Dumb shit where we just roll into it. Here's some more Night Creeps, Lol Cow Cafes, or squashing craptastic shit pods. We just roll into it, and we became
it's so
the
funny,
show
though.
We were making fun of. We started as a parody. And we became the fucking parody we were parodying.
So what about the narrative? And I'll just to use a parlance of Chad's, the age of Chad, parlance of our times. He says that it all happened. Oh my god, I completely lost my train of thought.
What happened to Chad? Which part?
And we don't support Asian hate here. Stop Asian hate. I just want to say that.
I completely lost my point there. God damn it.
Damn it indeed, because I was interested.
Crushing
I'll think of it again.
Well, you said something about Asian Chad and the narrative. You said the narrative.
What was right before the narrative? What were you saying?
I don't remember.
I think you need to rewind it. I think you need to go look.
Something about content. Oh, becoming the parody. We became the parody.
Oh. We became the shows that we were making fun of, and became the parody.
Something to do with that.
Wanted to do.
Yeah, we're just not doing that no mo. I mean,
which is like what?
This.
Now that we're kind of putting the Dabbleverse behind, we do, we're already working on other shit, which I'm so excited about, which it's just like, it's making me buzz, which is great. This other shit was, it's like you kind of drag yourself to do the show sometimes because you know that there's, maybe you have some bullshit to talk about and there's exciting drama maybe, then you can do something with it.
If we engage this drama, it'll get more eyeballs. You know how that goes. Let's get in that drama. Let's get in there.
But I'm not a fan of that. It's good, like a little sprinkled in here and there, but like to have your whole show, like just to be about that's too stressful for me.
It's kind of like a Gino Visconti thing.
And one could argue that's what we've done for the last hour and 29 minutes, but I don't think it is. I think we've been recounting personal stories and getting to know each other by speaking of some personal stories from people we know mutually.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely a difference there.
For sure.
Yeah, it's not an attack. It's just a discussion, and just kind of us not believing the lengths that certain people go to maybe not blame themselves for things sometimes.
And like you said, it is a discussion, and it's important to have a discussion like our fun Star Trek podcast, Alpha Pod Rants, where we talk naughty and get into some of the controversial aspects of Star Trek and Star Trek themselves. They would never approve what we do, we'd never cut the mustard there, but it's like you never get to the world of Star Trek without having those conversations. You know what I mean? Like the conversations about racial issues, social issues, the stuff we're not allowed to talk about. We don't reach that future without talking about it. And that's what Night Creeps was supposed to be.
I think also
it's interesting that was what it was supposed to be about, but I did not get that impression.
Yeah, because we've been failing ourselves for I think 20 plus episodes now.
Oh, there you go.
52. I mean, we did a good run, and we it's not all drama. I bet you can go back the last bunch of episodes and find very little. Or through the last 20, but any at all.
You set the mood, you set the feel of the podcast by what you do on the podcast, and it is what you've been doing, Well,
also this starting doing this,
been the conversation for a while.
Yeah, switch it up. You don't want that bullshit, and you don't want that heat anymore. Like both sides, just call it quits. You guys, Derek, just say, look, we don't like each other. We're never going to like each other. Let's just stop. Like, this doesn't serve any
we said that
at all.
before. We said that, and that's fine too. But I do want the heat. The heat's fine because I could play with it, and it's all grounds for jokes and fun for me.
Okay,
I don't mind the heat, but I also want to do my little fun stories. I want to do content, and that's the problem. It's been all heat, no content for us for quite some time.
But that's on you guys as hosts.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
But like I was trying to say, also this show kind of brought on a lot of drama for some reason. We started doing this show, and quickly the rest of those guys kind of turned. So it was kind of weird.
What I've heard that the whole issue with you guys and Derek started because Derek went off and just started doing his own show. I don't know if it's because you guys have a slight difference of opinion or whatever, and he just did that, and now is that all it takes for you guys to hate each other?
Oh no, that's not even near what happened. See, the thing is, and this you can do. I mean, anyone can link. I'll put a link in the chat right now to the first Night Creeps. And that's kind of where it started. Everyone got jealous of Luke. Look. It goes back to Bradley first being upset that, so when we did FGTZ, then we did FGTZ Series 2, where I said, all right, Bradley, now you're the one who controls everything. You're going to plan everything. You're the star. But yeah, I still had to do everything. So because that's how he made it. So I think we got to the second or third episode, and he had me plan it again because he didn't do it last minute. So I plan it for him, start with his announcement, which he still always does to this day. It's something that I had him start doing. And Jerry says something in the middle of his announcement.
I hate you for encouraging him to do that, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, it was just for fun. It was a joke.
He did it for cringe.
Jerry said something, and I said, "Shut up, Jerry. Bradley's doing his intro." And he got mad, Bradley, at me for saying Jerry's name before he got through his intro because I was cucking him. So
what?
That's
you're big upping him.
That was the big start of things, and you can see that episode. It's actually pretty funny. I think the opening worked out really well. But anyway, he saw it as an attack. Jerry said something. I told Jerry to shut up. That's all. So then everybody wanted to just do bullshit shows. I only wanted to do produced content. We would put out an audio play at this point. Well, I did with everybody on it. Pretty cool thing. Did a lot like we did a lot of other bits and shit like that. They just wanted to do what BYB is doing now, bullshit and talk. Okay, well, listen, let's make a second channel where you guys can go on there, FGTZ Live, and do that. And the main channel will just be the produced content. Okay, that's the plan. For about a month or two, whatever it were, Luke, we worked with Derek to create this channel, taught him how to do StreamYard, this, that, and the other thing. Then what I'm going to link here in the chat, the first Night Creeps, that's when we talk about the whole plan. And then they do a reading of The Shining. I think what was it, Halloween or something after that, on the FGTZ Live channel. And then the next day or something like that, Derek changes it to BYB and then starts claiming that I'm mad because he tried to do his own thing and I'm a controlling cult leader and this and that. And it's just been cuckoo town since. It's literally exactly that.
See, that's exactly what I heard. Yeah.
The Shining.
Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much what I heard.
Yeah, well, there's none of any of that. It's literally Derek creating exactly what I said is true, but what did I do there? Where's my involvement in anything? We were making a channel.
Saying, like, that's what I was told,
Yeah. We made a channel. We launched a channel. He changed the name on the channel and then claimed something else. So we just don't talk. But ever since then, all this dumb shit keeps happening, which maybe is Luke's fault for constantly staying involved.
Somewhat.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
All right, I'm done. This is my last show too. Maybe I'm shutting everything down.
We should burn it all down.
We should all just stop it. Just stop it all, right?
I don't know.
Come on, alts. Let's put a poll up. Let's do it. Come on. We know what you'll vote.
It's not a huge poll, but
yeah. Much like those who would respond to this poll, he's saying his poll is average.
But and that's basically. But the problem also is we started doing this show. Bradley complained, "Oh, great, Jim's just going to want to do that show now and not want to do the show with us anymore." And it was weird. It was almost like taking your daddy away, or like,
and this is all on air, Kevin.
I'm teacher's pet or something. I'm the one who can actually sit and do a show alone with him, but no one else even tried to. What do you Why don't you take the initiative? And that's the thing with these people. They want someone to set everything up for them. None of them have done other initiatives to like be in a band. Maybe Alva Lanker had or whatever. Or but none of them are these type of people who are like, without this camera in the internet, they would never try to do anything that puts themselves out there. So they want someone to kind of lay the land for them. And that's kind of explains to me why they have to take other people's drama and talk about it all the time that are kind of close to them, because what else do they have? Are they going to try to do like bigger celebrities talk about politics or Joe Rogan or things like that? Or do they know that everyone else wouldn't want to even listen to them because they have no talent in doing it. So if they talk about these local people that they can actually have access to, other people are going to want to hear the dirt. And it's just, it's so icky to be an artist and have that around you all the time, you know? But even in acting, it's the same fucking way. The people they spend so much of their energy behind the scenes trying to fuck with each other that when they get to the time to shoot, they have nothing left, or they have nothing there because all their skill was built doing shit behind the scenes. Yeah, it's disgusting. So there you are, you disgusting people. I'm going to say, I'm going to get out of here. I'm gone. No more Night Creeps. We're going to just do recorded shows, right?
Well, we'll find out in episode 53 if we do indeed pick up.
Well, it was nice seeing you. And
might be
goodbye.
Historic. Kevin, this might be historic. Your final thing,
your
our final
thing. Show. Like,
might be the end.
Do you want to sing a song before we leave? Do karaoke?
This is the end.
No, I don't think that's what I want to do.
The end.
Or have a request? Man, now I just want to talk to you about all the Terp stuff, but I know that's
we just said goodbye. Didn't you see the goodbye? We just perfectly ended the show, and then you were like, "What about?"
No, I mean, I was gonna say
privately about that.
I wouldn't do it here because that would be too technical and boring for people. But I'm too technical and boring for people anyway. So whatever.
I mean, I think I'm still going to be around after this show ends. So,
see,
because you know why you're like, wait a minute, doing shows is fun. Why would I ever quit?
Oh, no, I was saying I just don't think I'm going to off myself right this second.
Oh, no, you better not be.
Okay, that's more what I was saying.
Well, on that note.
That was not on our show. I mean, if you want to, I'm just kidding.
I'm not going to give you that kind of heat. Come on.
Check out WDIP. Why Do I podcast?
Check out nothing. The channel's gone.
The channel's gone apparently. And goodbye, farewell. Check that out or don't. Don't check it out.
Don't check it out. It's not.
What a dumb fuck.
I've already removed every single video, so there's nothing to check out.
Dang.
But also check out The Bind Rocks at The Bind. It's a very mediocre band full of mediocre elderly men in their 80s singing a pseudo grunge pop.
Seems dismissive, but okay.
Pseudo grunge pop. That's not bad.
I don't know. I don't know about this new Kyle on keyboards. I don't know. What is he going to bring? Is he going to bring? Listen, I am not a fan of Swells. I like your older stuff. But Swells,
was actually a very much older song. Different. That was from long, long ago.
It's so different. It's so different.
Yeah, I know.
And if this Kyle, I know he's not a part of Swells, but if whatever changes he brings goes even in another direction, I don't know. I'm very worried about this Kyle.
Okay, no, don't worry. He's good. It's going to be great. And it's kind of funny that, while I have this guy named Kyle in the band, playing keys, and he loves coming to the rehearsal, so it's great. And then at the same time, we had Kai that we were fighting with Lou, and it was just kind of weird having the two balance of the same name person, one I really hate and one I really enjoy. It's so kind of funny.
Well, I hope you and Kyle get married and kiss each other and adopt babies.
Okay. I can't show any. I take it too personally. I am an artist. That's why I'm so emotional. Sorry. Maybe y'all should actually get in touch with something inside of yourself. You actually be able to make.
You're muted.
They said gay. All right. Have a good time. That was a wonderful show. We'll see you guys next month or something like that. If ever again. Goodbye. Goodbye. Forever goodbye, maybe. Say it forever goodbye, maybe.
Forever goodbye, maybe.
Okay.
Thanks, Kevin.
You Jew motherfucker.
Yes, Kevin.
You.
Thanks for being our last guest on our last show. Good night. She runs. You better all run.
Run.
Run.